Live from News Channel 8, this is After the Game with Darrel Young.
I'm Alex Parker. DUI, congratulations.
Thank you, appreciate it.
The whole vibe, the whole feel of this is much nicer, I must say.
It's a lot different. It's a lot better for us.
Your 2 touchdowns. How sweet was that?
Exciting. It's been a while since I've been in the end zone, actually since week 3. So, I just thank the coaches and the players, in front of me blocking for me, and Alfred, of course, running and toting the ball down there the whole game, and then allowing me to go on from 1 yard away.
What's it mean to you that they may get themselves Alfred, Pierre, Deshaun, RG? They get you down there, and then the coaching staff trusts you to finish the deal. What's that mean to you?
It's an honor, that they trust me in a situation like that. That's all you want to do is be in a situation where you can make a big play, make an impact and leave a legacy, So I thank the coaching staff, and, I got to thank the guys blocking for me, like I said once before.
After, I think it was the first touchdown, you you wanted to chat with one of the Eagles fans that was in the front row. I think we have video. What were you saying to Mr. Eagles fan?
Let him know that, our presence is here.
He's a brave man. If you came up to me, I would have been like, I didn't mean that, man. That was just kind of like stuff I was saying. Congratulations, DY, on your touchdown. The win itself, it had been a while. How does it feel for a team that couldn't win for 6 weeks in a row to get one?
It's exciting. To try to go into this offseason, on a 2-game win streak, it'll be the first time that I'll be doing something like that, So we have a chance to be 3-3 in our division, or in the NFC East, that is, and it kind of put some positive things on film. There's a lot of questions about RG3 and what we're going to do and Jay and all this stuff. Well, let's try to answer it this week and go into the offseason saying, hey, there's an upside to this team. Just like I talked about a couple weeks ago when we were speaking about the Rams, when the media was saying there's an upside to this team. It's not, there's nothing going on in the locker room. They just have some injuries. Well, we have some injuries too, and we have a bright side to things. And we just want to, pick up where we left off at and hopefully continue to wins next year.
703-387-1020 is our lawn and leisure hotline. Give us a call if you want to talk with DY about a win. You talked about Robert. The big story coming in was he was going to start again. I think it's safe to say a week ago, 2 weeks ago, a lot of folks, at least on the outside, thought he was done here in Washington. Guess what? He's not done here in Washington. What did you think of what Robert did?
I was excited. He's a guy that he was humble, and it makes you appreciate what you have more, So I think, like I said, I could never compare to his story because I'll never be a second pick overall, but I understand being out of the game, and I know what it's like to stand on the sideline and watch other people, and imagine I was at home for a couple months watching. So I was excited. I'm excited for where we can go from here. You heard his interviews. I was excited for the guy, I still am.
Did he prove? I think he proved something, frankly. Well, I know he proved something to skeptics. He probably proved something to Jay Gruden. Did he prove something to you guys?
I think he did. This is the first time I've seen in a long time that we rallied around a quarterback in a situation where we were winning too, and not saying that anyone ever questions, the ability of the quarterback or we're pointing fingers saying he lost the game or something, but this is the first time we rallied together. All 3 phases played together, special teams, defense, offense, and we did some good things, and, Breeland's turnover was the play of the game to me, and he did some things that, he showed up when we needed him to. 91 plays for an offense that they ran. Your defense is going to be tired, and you try to stay on the field as much as you can as an offense, but we put up points, and Deshaun was fantastic, man. I was excited about that.
What was the locker room like afterwards?
Exciting.
You got a game ball.
I did.
The game ball.
I wouldn't say the game ball. I got a game ball.
It is our lawn and leisure hotline. Spencer is in Oxon Hill, Maryland tonight. Hey, Spence, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, I enjoyed that win. That was a big win over the Eagles. I'm glad you guys sent them packing, and those cheesesteaks won't go down very good. DY, what I'm hoping you guys do in the new season is do that what you did to the Eagles in Dallas previously, early and often. And that's all I got to say.
Thank you, Spencer and Oxon Hill. A lot of folks come into these games, and frankly, the Dallas game will be similar, where the other team has something to play for, record-wise, standings-wise. You guys don't, and I think people think, well, they're going to lay down. Might there be some degree of an advantage when you can go out there loose as a goose, right?
Yeah.
There's really nothing on the line. I say that, but there are jobs on the line, correct?
Absolutely. Like you said, we're playing for next season, but we have a game to play this week. I'm not worried about next season. Spencer, I appreciate you guys calling in and saying that stuff, but we got a team to beat. They're playing for something, like you said. We want to spoil their chances of getting home field throughout the playoffs or a first round bye, whatever they're playing for. We want to try to spoil it. That's our job right now. But our job is to be competitors and go out there and compete, show up on an everyday basis, like we've been trying to do. It's hard when you lose games, but to say we were on a 6-game losing streak, I believe, and to come in and beat a Philly team who's basically playing for everything. I mean, I think they took us for granted when we went out there. I'm not gonna lie. Warm-ups, I mean, those guys were walking off the field. I've never seen a Philly team like that, you know. So, I mean, I'm excited that we got to do that, but I think you got to rise to the occasion. I think right now our occasion is to try to get to 5-11 or whatever we are right now.
One guy who obviously exacted some sort of revenge is Deshaun Jackson.
Absolutely.
What has he meant to this football team this season?
He's been a lot. I mean, he's made play after play, big plays after big plays. I don't know if he's leading the league in 50-plus yard plays or whatever, but I know he's up there because what he does when he adjusted the ball like no other. I haven't seen that in a long time, maybe since Randy Moss, in terms of just tracking the ball in the air and doing some good things, playing with excitement. But I said to him before the game, I mean, this is your homecoming again. You get 2 chances to play the team that basically let you go. Let's go have some fun. And he said, I'm already here. And he stood up before the game, gave us a little speech, said, hey, these guys, I talked to some of those guys over there, they're not respecting us. They think it's going to be a breeze. They watched the film. Well, the game's played on the field, so I was excited to play with him and be in that, that situation with him.
Is that unusual for him to stand up in front of the team and talk?
No, we talked about it before the bye week when everyone was making a big story about him standing up in front of the team. I told you, I've only been around the guy 6 months, so I don't know what type of leader
So he talks more than we think he talks.
He talks a lot more than people think.
What's it mean when he gets up there? Because he's quiet on the outside, play aside.
It's exciting because you have a guy who's making plays like that and basically who has everything you want in terms of endorsements and stuff like that and play on the field. But for asking him to actually care about what we're doing and not individual stats, says something about this organization. It says something about Jay Gruden when they signed him and the way they felt when they talked to him and stuff like that. So I think I'm excited. We're going to have some fun.
DY's pumped. Okay, DY, be ready. You're playing the Cowboys Sunday. On line 4, I believe, is Tanya, the infamous Cowboys fan from Martinsburg. Hi, Tanya. How are you?
Hello, Alex. Hello, DY.
Hello.
Let me start by saying I appreciate the work you did and do in your community to help the children and the sick.
Thank you.
I'm glad you got your touchdowns. I would have liked to have seen you on the field being a quarterback. Dallas is not coming in to let you roll over on them. Dallas fans want revenge on you Redskins. So don't expect us to take it easy. And how many quarterbacks do it take to win 4 games? I've never seen.
Okay, Tanya, we got to run. Lots of folks on the Lawn and Leisure Hotline. Tanya's fired up. Her Dallas Cowboys won the NFC East. She's allowed to crow a bit.
You know what? I'm excited that she feels that way because I can't wait to spoil her. And I always say this to Cowboys fans that live in D.C. and all this. Give me 4 players besides their 4 stars. And that let me know if you're a fan or not, But like you said, hey, if she's a Dallas fan, hey, that's what you do,
You can get up in front of the team Sunday morning and say, listen, there's this woman named Tanya in Martinsburg. We're going to beat them today and show Tanya in Martinsburg.
I'm not worried about that.
That'll really resonate with Jay Gruden and RG3 and Deshaun. 703-387-1020 is our Lawn and Leisure Hotline. We have to do a break. Callers, please take note. If you would like to win this big green egg, all you have to do is call us, get through on the Lawn and Leisure Hotline. One winner chosen after the season. Go to WJLA.com/big green egg. DY will have more on the big win and looking ahead to the Cowboys after this. Here is your injury report brought to you by the Cochran Law Firm. Trent Williams, what a warrior this fellow is. Aggravated the shoulder, came back into play. He is questionable. Corey Lichtensteiger left the game, also came back in. He had a stinger, shoulder deal. We'll see what's up with him. Trent Murphy, fractured right hand, doubtful for Sunday against Dallas. Kedrick Golston, AC sprain on a play, trying to tackle LaShawn McCoy. He is probable, Kedrick is, and Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark had some big hits in that game, DY. Every time there's a big hit, it was 25. Aggravated his ankle, came back to play. That is your injury report brought to you by the Cochran Law Firm. Welcome back to After the Game with Darrel Young. Trent Williams, captain, longtime Redskin, big-time pick, left tackle, the whole deal. This guy, nothing keeps him out.
Nothing. That's why he's our captain. I mean, there was a lot of questions about him when he got drafted, you know, saying some things about, you know, his work ability and how he does everything. But he's one of those guys he's going to give you everything that he has every week, and he showed it for everyone. He was pass setting with one arm. I mean, where do you see a guy doing that in the NFL? And you know, he continues to be the leader that he is, and that's why I love him, and that's why I'll go to war with him any day. People
were tweeting, well, what is he doing in the game? He's got to get out there. When you see one of your fellow players doing this, what does that do to you?
It excites me because I'm like, this guy's playing with one arm, and he still will not come out the game. There's something wrong with this guy, first of all, but then I love it. You know, that's what you get excited for.
703-387-1020. Our Lawn and Leisure Hotline. Dr. Betty is in Northwest Washington tonight. Hi, Dr. Betty.
Hi, Alex and
Hi.
DY.
Hello.
Tanya needs to shut up. DY, do you have a new TD celebration? Yesterday's looked birdish. Will you do a Michael Irving next week? That means drop and pull out 2 guns. Thanks, guys. HTTR.
Dr. Betty, for Tanya. Yeah, you did appear to do something like this, DY, after the second touchdown. What is that?
I was just excited. I don't know. I was just running.
You don't plan this in advance?
Oh, man, I just went out there, and I was just excited to get a touchdown, that's all.
Do you want to have something planned so when you get your next one, we know what to expect?
No.
No break dancing? No Sharpies?
No, I came from an old school running back coach my first year in the league, and he's not about one of those guys he doesn't like guys that dance, so I don't think I'll do that.
Bob is in Gaithersburg tonight on line 3. Hi, Bob. How are you?
Hey, Alex. DY, congratulations. 2 touchdowns, and I bleed Redskins. My main concern is the red zone. I love the victory. I know we're going to do great next year, but OTs we should work on getting in when we get in the red zone.
Okay.
Defense is great. Specialty teams, I'm proud. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Bob. I think Bob meant in OTAs. He wants to work on red zone offense. You guys scored touchdowns when you were down there.
We did.
A couple field goals.
We did.
Luckily, their kicker wasn't very good, or else this could be an entirely different
he's
after the game with Darrel Young.
He's a good kicker. It's just they say the most kicks are missed at FedEx Field, so I mean that has a lot to do with it too. But he's a really good kicker. He missed 2 up until that point in the season, you know, and I expect him to come back and do whoever they play next week, he'll make some field goals.
It is remarkable. The Eagles were 9-3, and they kicked Dallas's behind on Thanksgiving Day in Dallas. And this was a possible. They were eliminated. We're not even over yet.
Yeah, it's true.
Janice is in Northwest Washington. Hi, Janice.
Hi, DY. I'm a big fan of the Redskins, and I'm so proud of what y'all did Saturday. I mean, I always hear a lot of people talk about the Skins, but I love you, DY. You did real good Saturday.
Cool. Thank you, Janice. Janice in Northwest. Whole different feeling when you guys won again.
It's a whole different feeling.
I mean, 2 weeks ago, a week ago, not even 2. I mean, it's over. The coach has got to go. Yeah. The franchise quarterback's got to go. The owner should sell the team. The GM should go. Everybody's got to go except for DY.
This is what we talked about, though. Wins cure everything.
How do you guys do you even listen to this stuff? Because if you did, you'd go nuts.
I tell you, this is why I don't have social media, because I don't want the back and forth of, regardless of what people say, even people around the league, I don't want to know. I keep it negative, keep it positive, but keep it all to yourself. I don't want to know. I don't need to know what people say about me. If it's positive, I appreciate it. If it's negative, I appreciate it. I need something to build off, but I just don't want to know.
Martha Smith is in Ashburn, where Redskins Park is located. Hi, Martha. What's up?
Hi, I'm Martha Smith, Ashley Smith's mom. Hey, Darrel, I know you from the Ashburn Village Cleaners. Thank you for the touchdowns. We love you. We lost Ashley to cancer on July 26th. Represent for her. But she loved you and Santana Moss, and I saw that victory, and I loved it.
Martha, thank you so much. We're sorry to hear about Ashley. I don't know how well you could hear that, DY, but Martha tells us she knows you from the Ashburn Cleaners or something. Maybe that's where you got this fresh lilac shirt done.
I don't know.
Martha, thank you for the call, and we are sorry to hear about Ashley. DY, we've talked about this before, and we know wins and losses can excite or sort of depress a fan base. That aside, the impact you have had and your teammates have on this community is remarkable.
Absolutely. That's why we do events every week to try to, take away from the, the football part of the game, because, like I said, we need to leave a legacy in this world and impact some lives and influence little kids to do the right thing. That's why we do the Play 60 events. We do military things to make sure that the military people, when they're overseas, know that their kids are still going to be taken care of, and they'll get an opportunity and an experience to be with an NFL player, something that they may have not been able to do, or they're overseas and, they feel like they need something to cheer their kid up, So that's why we do the events in the community, and that's what I love, the Redskins organization for.
When we come back, our play of the game, DY will handle that one. I think you probably know what it is, but we'll see. More with After the Game with Darrel Young. After this, folks, don't go away.
Here's our Normandy carpet care play of the game. It's not a scoring play, but just as important. Fourth quarter, Bashar Breeland goes down and snags this Mark Sanchez pass. The play was reviewed, and Breeland gets the interception that leads to the game-winning field goal. And that is your Normandy carpet care play of the game.
When he made that play, DY, did you think, here we go? Let's get down there, kick a field goal, win, or score a touchdown, win this thing.
I was excited. I was the first guy out there to try to celebrate with him, and he kept running. I'm like, give me a handshake or something, man. Don't make me look like an idiot.
He's a heck of a player.
He is a heck of a player.
He's a fiery fellow.
He's fiery. I said in OTAs, though, he's going to be a heck of a football player, because when you get a guy like Deshaun Jackson who comes in, he's making plays in OTAs just like he's doing in the games now. He did all OTAs, and you see a young guy like that competing, lining back up one-on-ones, trying to get some more of, Deshaun Jackson. And you're just like, this kid doesn't get enough, but it's exciting, and, that's the reason why the coaches drafted him, and I'm excited to see where he goes in 10 years, and hopefully I'll be still talking to him about, how long he's been in the league and, all his accomplishments to this point.
Malik is in Harrisonburg tonight on our Lawn and Leisure Hotline. Hi, Malik, what's up?
It's actually Todd.
I'm sorry. Okay, Todd, what's up?
That's okay. Hey, Darrel. 2 years ago, we had Seattle. We were up 14-0 in the first quarter on them on our home playoff game. And since then, from that point, our two franchises have went in total different directions. Do you think this offense, this off season, if we can solidify some draft picks on the offensive line and a few defensive players, that we're close to returning to that point we were 2 years ago, or we're really further away? I'm just curious how you guys feel.
Thank you, Todd. What do you think, DY?
Here's a fun fact for Todd, and it's the same offensive line that was there in 2012, minus Will Montgomery, who was the center, moved Corey Lichtensteiger to center. Now we have Sean Laval, who came over from Cleveland. So it's the same offensive line, right side, and one guy on the left side is different. So to answer his question, I don't think we need to do anything different. I think we need to just master what we do and get better at what we do, because, like you said, we've had success with the same line. It's the same line in 2010 that people criticized. 11 and 12, we were such this great offensive line, and we could do everything. But as soon as we started doing things, Alfred still had 1,000 yards. I mean, it wasn't pretty. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I mean, we had one 6-yard game versus the Rams. But when you still have a back that runs for 1,000 yards and is still, considered one of the greats and in that category, the offensive line has a lot to do with that. And I know he break tackles on the second level and stuff, but I mean, the offensive line's pretty good. I'm going to go to war with those guys any day. I think we all just need to get better collectively.
We'll be back. DY is hoping for a an early holiday gift tomorrow night about 8 o'clock. We'll talk about that. He is very deserving of it, by the way. That and more after this. Don't go away. I have a minute left. Welcome back to After the Game with Darrel Young. DY, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, we'll find out if he makes the Pro Bowl. Top 2 go. Vote getters. Right now, you're second in the voting. Voting's over, folks. The polls have closed. What would that mean to you?
I've never made an all-star game in my life. I've never made, I always said that, if I got to this level, I would want to be considered one of the elite guys in my position. And, it would be a great individual accomplishment. Of course, I want the Super Bowl, but for the way the season's going right now, this would be just another, stepping stone or milestone for me,
tomorrow night at 8. You'll be watching, I imagine, NFL Network.
I'll be nervous, but I will be.
Congrats on the win.
Appreciate it.
Good luck tomorrow night. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Tell your folks we said hello.
Thank you, I will.
We'll see you, if I don't see you before, I'll see you Sunday at FedEx.
Yes,
You've got a team called the Dallas Cowboys, Tanya's team.
Oh, yeah.
Rolling in.
Okay.
Thank you all so much for watching. To those of you who called, thank you so much. I'll be back at 9 o'clock for Sports Talk. Mayor Vincent Gray joins me then. Take care, folks. Have a great night.